Today, let's collect Zatanna. Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and another episode in our Let's Collect series, which is your quick guide to the key comics, important stories, and fun covers of some of our favorite characters. This is not intended to be a completely comprehensive guide. It's intended to be kind of a quick guide if you're wanting to have some interest in a character and wanting to know where to start if you're wanting to start a collection related to them. Today we're talking about Zatanna, everyone's favorite DC Comics, backwards talking, fishnet wearing magician. So yeah, Zatanna's been around a long time, since 1964. So today we're going to go into her key comics, fun covers, and important stories. We're going to start with those key comics right now. So Zatanna was created in 1964 by Gardner Fox and Murphy Anderson, with her first appearance being Hawkman number 4. This is her first appearance and kind of her origin initially. Next up, she appears in Adam 19. That's her second appearance and first cover. She's kind of just down there, a floating head down there in the corner. Next, she appears in Green Lantern number 42. This is kind of the first time she's really a part of the cover. Still kind of in the background and not a focus of this cover. Her next key is Flash number 198. Her first solo story, that is the backup story in this book. She finally gets her own kind of story. Next is Supergirl number 5 from 1973. This retells her origin. Next, DC Superstars, number 11 from 1977. This is kind of the first Zatanna-focused issue. It collects multiple backup stories from Adventure Comics 412 through 415. She finally joins the Justice League in Justice League of America 161, and also gets a new costume in this book that doesn't last very long. Next, we have Zatanna Special from 1987, kind of her first true solo title, where her name is the title. We have Zatanna number 1, her first kind of titled series. This was a mini-series back in 1993. And then finally we have Justice League Dark number 1, the first time she's part of the Justice League Dark. Okay, so those were her key comics. Next up, we're going to move into some of her fun stories. Again, this isn't necessarily a comprehensive list. I picked some of these I've read, some of these I haven't, but I picked some of the ones that are generally related as her best stories from the internet and then from what I've read as well. So here's a quick guide to a few of her important story arcs. First up, we have Zatanna's Search. This compiles her first 6 appearances and includes the arc where she's searching for her father. This is her original story arc in comics is collected in this volume. Next, we have Zatanna by Paul Dini, which collects the entire 16-issue run of Volume 2 of Zatanna, her longest solo series, and widely regarded. Dini is considered one of her main writers in the history of comics. Next, we have Justice League Dark. We're going to focus mainly on Volume 3, The Death of Magic, but really the first 3 volumes of this is considered really good reads, with Volume 3 being kind of widely considered the standout volume of the bunch. Next, we have Truth, which just collects Detective Comics 833 and 834, which handles the fallout from Identity Crisis, which is maybe not her finest hour and why I didn't include it here, but her and Batman interacting afterward is an important story. And finally, we have Seven Soldiers, Zatanna, which is Grant Morrison's story arc that's widely considered the best Zatanna story. Alright, so those are her important story arcs. Last but not least, we're going to talk about her covers. Generally, when I do covers for a character, I try to keep it to 1 cover per artist. That way I don't just end up with a whole long list of a single artist, which for Zatanna, most of us know would probably be like Adam Hughes. So I try to limit it. This time I failed. I have actually 2 artists that I picked 2 covers from, but otherwise I picked all separate ones. And I did limit it to just 2 covers from Hughes. We all know which 2 covers those are probably, but yeah, so here is your guide to the fun covers of Zatanna. Our first cover is kind of our first truly great cover, Justice League of America number 51. This is like our 4th or 5th appearance, and we finally get a great Zatanna cover. Next, we have Adventures of Superman number 644. I just really love the lighting on this and the way that the magic is portrayed in the front of this cover. Next, we have this Cliff Chiang cover, Green Arrow number 52, also from 2005. Which is a fantastic cover, and I have a weakness for Cliff Chiang. Next, we have Justice League Dark number 32, the Bombshells variant. These were very popular variants at this time, and this is no exception for me. Next, we have Batman Urban Legends from just last year. This Jorge Molina cover is just a fantastic Batman and Zatanna cover. I really love it. Next, we have Batman vs. Robin number 1. This Joshua Middleton cover from just last fall. Just a fantastic cover from another fantastic artist. Next, we have Ryan Sook's Seven Soldiers Zatanna number 2. The first of 2 covers from him, and easily these 2 are my favorite covers that aren't by Adam Hughes. This number 3 is definitely just a fantastic cover, and really the only Zatanna book outside her keys and the next 2 books that has value. And then finally, we have the 2 Adam Hughes books, Zatanna number 15 from 2011, which is a big book, and then, of course, Dim Legs, Zatanna number 16, also from 2011, and also by Adam Hughes. Okay, so there are the fun covers. So now we've covered Zatanna's key comics, her important stories, and her fun covers. By no means is this considered a comprehensive breakdown. I'm sure there's covers that you love that aren't listed. I'm sure there's maybe some books I forgot. If you have important things that I left out, put them down in the comments so others can find those books. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time.